What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everything in between? I know it's 2025, so I gotta make sure I include all the communities. We doing a little story time today. First one, 101, acid with the police. Acid LSD with the police. So let's get right into it. We got like 2.5 stories. I don't count the last one as fully. So we gonna kind of go chronologically in time order. So starting off, I think my first instances running with the acid with the police was my sophomore year of high school. I was talking to this little woo-woo, this girl that I was really into, I was really in love with, like this was my first love, my first relationship, right? So me and her, we trying to figure out what's the word, what we finna do. Cause she live a little distance from me, so I try to make our time like really worth it, really enjoyable. So what we ended up doing was going to see King Kong vs. Godzilla. I don't know if y'all remember when that movie dropped, but that's the day. The day when Godzilla and King, I think she had came to my crib, and then I had got us a Uber over there to the King Kong Godzilla. Keep in mind, I had some tablets. I don't remember if they was gels. I think they was the purple gels. Purple gels with the gold flakes in them. They could have been a different color, but I want to say purple gels with the gold flakes. If you was in Illinois, background King Kong vs. Godzilla, you know about them purple tails with the gold flakes. You know them bitches was busters. They was everywhere. Everyone had them. They was big. They was blowing up. They was doing numbers. But anyways, so I'm over there. We on the way to the movies. I think I popped 2, and she had popped 1. So we was kind of, feeling it out. So we go up. We in the movie, and we watching the shit. You feel me? Godzilla and King Kong, they beat me. I don't remember too much on the movie. I don't think it was that good, to be honest with you. Damn, I don't think it was that good, to be honest with you. It was alright. I was tripping and shit, so it was cool. But I do remember we was in there, and, I'm a sophomore, she a sophomore. We horny, you feel me? We teenagers, we off the tabs, love in the air. So she reached into my pants, you feel me? She grabbed my little bean. She started tugging on my little bean, and I ain't gonna lie to you. The combination of the tabbers with the King Kong, with the fact that she was my type and I was in love, it was very overstimulating. Very overstimulating. And remember, I'm a sophomore, so my shit exploded, splooged everywhere. I ain't gonna hold you. And this was around like coronavirus times. I think like right after it ended, like when the pandemic still was going on type. Most definitely was around then. So this was around coronavirus times. So she made me explode in my pants because, she in there, she tugging my bean during King Kong vs. Godzilla. She tugging on that bean. I explode. I ain't know what to do. And I'm tweaking off the tabs. So there was like these little like strips that they would put onto the movie theater seats. It was like these little white strips, and they said like, oh, this seat has been sanitized. And keep in mind, these strips is like plastic, like a plastic, like little thin little strip of plastic that they'll put over. Seat has been sanitized. They've been washed or whatever. So I exploded my pants, and I'm not trying to get it on my pants though. You feel me? So I grab these little plastic strips, and I'm trying to wipe this shit up. And if y'all know, plastic and, you feel me, don't mix well together, so it's not really doing much, so it's just a mess. And she started cracking up, like she think that shit funny as hell. She keep bringing it up, like she clowned me for a while about that. I ain't gonna hold you, but you know what? Godzilla versus King Kong movie tabber experience. Without it, it would have been lame. But anyway, so that goes. The movies end. Woo. So we outside. So we posted up, we outside of the theater. And you know how they got those big boxes, them like electrical boxes, they like, them green ones where all the kids used to hang out when we was kids, back in the day. I don't know if the kids do that anymore, but them little green electrical box where the squad used to meet up. So me and her posted up on that big green electrical box. We just cooling. We chatting and shit. Like, what we finna do? You know what I'm saying? We trying to figure out the move. And she's just tweaking. Shorty, my little woo-woo, she falling over. She laughing out of her body, man. She out of her body. She just laughing hella, tweaking. I'm thinking to myself like, oh yeah, you don't know how to control yourself in public. I can't be out seen with you. Cause you tweaking, you finna get me in some type of trouble. Which is like some foreshadowing, you feel me? Some foreshadowing. So I'm like, I can't be rocking around with you, cause we gotta get up out of here. She tweaking, basically is what happened. She tweaking, she doing the most. She falling around, she doing all this. So I call the Uber again. I get another Uber. Uber making bank off of me today. This day, not today, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so the Uber pull up and like she tweet, like we walk up to it and we like, is you the Uber? And it's like the most awkward interaction. I don't remember exactly what happened because this was a minute ago. But I remember it was the most awkward interaction with the Uber driver. Like trying to figure out if we could get into his car. And then we get into his car and it's like so fucking uncomfortable because she just in there tweaking, bro. She like trying to grab at, she trying to get off. She all over me. And the Uber driver just trying to do his job, you feel me? And I'm like, chill out. And then she's laughing and sleeping. I'm tweaking a little too, you know. I'm a little bit out of character myself. So whoever that Uber driver was, I don't remember if I tipped him. I hope I did. Gave him, because he deserved it, man. He had to deal with all those high asses up in his car. But we was cool though. It was a quick little ride, you feel me? But yeah, so basically me and Shorty Nun, we in the Uber, we go back to the crib, and I think we still geeking, tweaking out, cause you know tabs them last like 12 hours. You know, it's a long amount of time for them to go. So I don't remember what we did when we got back to the crib, to be honest with you. I think we had got some chicken. I think we had got some hot honey chicken, and that shit was busting. We had got some hot honey chicken. We smacked it up, even off the tabs, because it's hard to eat off the tabs. But the hot honey chicken was so good that it didn't matter. Just smack it. Oh my God, I'm thinking about that hot honey chicken right now. My mouth is watering, wet. But we ate some hot honey chicken. I think we played GTA or something. We played the game. We just cooling at the crib, high as hell. We probably did a little, you feel me? We be kids, we tweaking, that's what we was gonna get into. So, we at the crib doing all that. It get dark out a little bit, a couple hours go by and we still geeking. I might have popped another one or something too. I'm not 100% sure, because I know it was still like full blown hitting me. And she say, hey, I wanna go for a walk and I'm hungry. I need to get up, because when you off them tabs and they just be beating on you, you know what I'm saying? You be feeling like out of your body. You gotta move, you gotta do something. You feel real anxious if you don't, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we was feeling. So I bet let's get up out the crib and then let's go and walk to let's go walk to get some food. So we go outside and we walking to go get some food. Or actually, no, the whole time we wasn't even walking to go get some food originally. We was kind of just outside walking around, shooting, talking. I'm chatting up, getting to know each other a little better, because me and her wasn't that well acquainted. Like, we knew each other well, but you feel me? So we just having a good time. We outside. I don't remember what exactly had happened or how it had came to this, but I'm on her phone. And I'm seeing all these motherfuckers texting her, like hella dudes in her Snapchat. You know what I mean? She got hella dudes in her Snapchat hitting her up. And like, this my girl, you feel me? Like, at the time, I think, she might not even have been she was for sure. I think she was. I don't remember. I think she was. But anyways, I see all these dudes in her phone. And like, sophomore me, off the tabs, I'm not fucking with it. I'm like, hell nah. Ooh, that was clean. I'm hell nah. I ain't rocking with that. So I get real mad. We start arguing and shit. I'm like, girl, you a hoe. You got me messed up. Ooh, ooh. So we arguing. I'm heated. Because this was like the love of my life. Everything just fell apart. world is crashing down upon me. That's how it felt, cause I'm still tweaking. So I bet in my tabbed out state of mind, I don't even want to be around her no more. Is my thought process. Let me go steal a car so I can get out of here. So I pull up to this dude crib, and this is in my hut. I pull up to this dude crib. I start grabbing on the handle, trying to get in my little way in. And they got some motion detecting lights. And the motion detecting lights, boom, turn on. Second I start messing with folks' car. So then lights, boom, turn on. Lights on me. I'm like, oh yeah, this probably, you feel me? I'm like a little roach. The light hits me and I scatter. I run away. So I run away and I move around. And then I'm still with Shorty, by the way. So me and Shorty walking away, and I'm just still arguing with her. Then the car that I'm pulling on, that I tried to take, pulls up on me, and dude's inside the car now. He's in the car. He got the window rolled down. He pulled up on me. He said, "What you doing messing with my car?" And I don't know why, but I got mad. What you mean? I ain't messing with your car. What you talking about? I start arguing with him, and I got you on video. I got you on camera. You was messing with my car. Ooh, ooh. And I go, "Oh yeah?" And then I just book it, and I leave her right there. I just go, "Oh yeah," and I just fucking run. I just hit the jets, get up out of Dodge, cause I know I'm caught. He got me on camera. I'm messing with the car. It's pretty clear evidence. You feel me? So I just run. And then I leave her behind. And then, I lose dude. Well, whatever. And I'm just kind of wandering around off the tabs. And damn, where's Shorty at? So I start calling her name out. Woo, woo, calling out her name. Trying to get her to, I see her in the distance. And she responds to my calls. I bet. I pull back up on her. And I'm trying to act like nothing happened. I don't know what I got going on, but I act like nothing happened. Alright, little baby, let's go get some food. So we started walking to go get some food, you feel me? And it's like right down the street, right? So we bust down, we turn this corner. Right soon we turn this corner, I see the red blue lights pull up. It's about like 2 or 3 cars pull up and corner us, like they on us, you know what I mean? Like they hit us from every angle. I'm trapped in. It's a 20-foot fence behind me. So I scramble up the 20-foot fence. I start running. Police is like, stop, police. Boom, I hit. You gonna get tased. Boom, I hear the taser get discharged. That shit hit me in my back. But look, I don't know what happened if they ain't hit the shock. I don't know how tasers work. I don't know if he ain't hit the shock button or something. But I know one of them hit my thing because it ripped a hole in my hoodie. One of the little clenchy things. It ripped a hole in my hoodie. I still got that hoodie with the hole in it, by the way, for the memories. Still got it, even though it don't fit me no more. But I still got that. It ripped a hole in my hoodie, and I just kept running. I could hear dude behind me, because I think he jumped the fence, too. It's like a 20-foot fence. I'm surprised the officer even jumped that mug. So, I'm just running, bro. I'm going through alleys. I'm going through cuts. I'm going in between cribs. Just, you feel me? Just trying to get up out of there. So I'm hitting left, right, and I'm turned up. I don't know what it is, but like when I would be off them tires back in the day, it would turn me into like a Superman. Like I could run fast as hell, bro. Like it unlocked my full potential. So I'm just zooming, and I use all of my energy. Like I'm talking about, I'm running so fast and so far that my tank is just depleted. So I ran out of energy and I just collapsed into a bush. Like I just fell into the bush. And I'm sitting there in that bush like, yo, it's over with. I'm done for it. They gonna catch me. Cause like I literally can't move. I used everything I had in the tank. It's gone. I'm on E. So I'm laying in the bush and no one's coming. So hold on. I see the police. I see the red. I see the blue. I see the cars coming by, but they don't see me. I guess I'm hidden well in the bush or something. I don't know. But they ain't peeped me. So say less. So I regain some, catch my breath, gain some energy. And then I do like a little commando roll. Like I'm Rambo or something into a ditch. So I commando roll into a ditch, right? Now I'm laying in this ditch. I'm dirty as hell, but I'm free. I look up, still tweaking by the way off the tablets, them little purple with the gold flakes. So I look up, I'm looking at the streetlights and they all wiggly and fuzzy and yellow and black and white with patterns. I'm seeing smiley faces in them, dancing around, and I'm just kind of like, whoa, this is kind of dope. This is cool. I'm seeing smiley faces in the streetlights. Like, mama, when the streetlights come on, you feel me? So I'm just vibing out. I see some dogs come by, and I'm okay. It's getting serious. They done brought the dogs. They looking for my scent. So I get back up, run across the street from out the ditch that I'm laid up in, and I'm just going through people's backyards. I'm just hopping through backyards, hopping fences, just trying to create some distance. You feel me? I hop one fence into this backyard, and they got this cool little Zen garden layout. It's real calm. They got like a little, it's like a little dragon dog. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know the little dragon dog statues. They got like a little fountain with the water going, like a little pond. They got the little bonsai, whatever it's called. But it's like a little Japanese Zen garden. And I'm tweaking. I've been running, so I'm like, let me stop right here. So I lay down. And let me tell you, this was probably the most relaxing couple of moments I've ever had in my entire life of living on this planet Earth. Because I'm just tweaking off the 2.5 tabs, 3 maybe, just in a Japanese Zen garden, just relaxing. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling Japanese. It's real Zen. I was probably there for like an hour or something, maybe 2. Just in some random person backyard laid up. Like if they had came out there, they probably would have had a heart attack, because I was just back there laid up, overly sweating, chilling off the tabs, pupils overly enlarged. But eventually I'm like, alright, it's time to go. I got to go. I can't be here no more. So I'll go ahead, get up out the Japanese Zen garden, hop a couple fences, get onto the main road, and it's still police cars. I'm still seeing police cars, but I'm like moving in the shadows. I'm moving with the shadows so that they're not seeing me. You know what I'm saying? So they not peeping. And I get back to the crib, and at the time I had this little minivan. So I get back to the crib, and I don't know why, but I just laid up in the minivan. It was uncomfortable. I was in there probably for like an hour, tweaking. Got out the minivan, went back into the crib. All was cool. All was good. Or so I thought. So I'm thinking I got away with this. I'm thinking, okay, you know, it was a close one. I'm cool though. Next day, I'm at work. Best believe, you know, I had to go to work the next morning. It was probably 3 a.m., 4 a.m. when I went to sleep. But you know I'm gonna get to that money. I probably went to school too. Went to school and then went to work. So I'm at work. Oh no, it was the weekend. It was a weekend probably. So yeah, I probably worked the morning shift. So I'm at work. I'm grilling chicken, because I used to be grilling chicken on the grill. I'm grilling chicken. 12 police coming to the store that I'm working at, and they got the dog with them. And the dog kind of looking at me. I'm thinking about last night. Hey y'all, can y'all watch the chicken? I'm finna go into the walker real quick. I got to check on the sauces. You know, I'm just bullshit. So I'm hiding in the walk-in from the police. Wait like 15 minutes, come back out, they gone. Alright, cool. Finish the rest of my shift, get off. And I ain't had no ride there. Maybe I didn't have no car then. So my assistant manager, he used to give me a ride home from work every day. And he had a Lancer, Mitsubishi Lancer with like a aftermarket exhaust. So his loud as hell. Like his car was so loud, it was like a damn, like when you trying to sleep in a month, like jets going, you feel me? Like it was over loud. So he taking me home, and the police is at my crib outside posted. So I tell him, Mom, hey, go ahead, drop me off down the street. And he talking about something, hey, I own a security firm. I could talk to the police for you if you want me to. I could try to smooth it over with them. Mom, bro, what is you talking about? No, just drop me off down the street. You're not finna get security. What is you talking about, bro? You're not finna get me off. You tweaking. So he dropped me off down the street. But y'all remember I said that exhaust, loud as hell. And my Duke, she know this. So she know when I be coming home, because she be hearing that exhaust. So she know I went past the crib. So I'm dropped off down the street. I'm walking. I don't know where I'm finna go, but I'm not going home. And then my mama, she called me and I know you just drove past the crib. You better bring your ass home right now. The police is here for you. Mama, that's exactly why I'm not coming home tonight. And she said, you better get your ass home right now. And I knew what that meant. I knew what that meant. I wasn't finna play with my mama. So I turned around, head down, shoulders slumped, and I walked back to the crib, taking each step about as slow as I could. I was taking my time. Getting back to the crib because I thought I was going to jail. You feel me? So I'm enjoying my last little walk of shame. I get to the crib, police right there waiting for me. They're like, so what's going on? And none much. Just got off of work. I'm acting stupid and shit in there. So what happened last night? Last night? I'm sorry I ran from y'all. I was just real scared. I'm real scared of the police. Everything because this is coronavirus time. The police ain't so hot in the news. So everything going on in the news right now. I was scared. I didn't want to stop. I was worried that y'all was going to try to do something to me. I was scared, but I didn't do nothing wrong. And they're like, so they're pressing me. They asking me about the car, woo. And I'm like, oh, nah, I thought that was my crib. I was just a little discombobulated because me and my woo was arguing. I was really in my emotions. I was really in my feelings because I think she was cheating on me. I'm trying to really lay it on thick that I was just a sad kid that got cheated on and was just confused. And to my surprise, it really worked. They grilled me for probably half an hour. They thought I was part of some gang that had been stealing cars in the local area. They were like, that's not you, that's not. I'm like, no, I promise you. You guys not going to see me out here stealing no cars, man. I'm not part of that group. That's not me. That's some other guys. I just happen to be around in the area. Happen to grab the wrong car, I swear. But I'm really not, I'm not about that. I'm just a civilian. And I was just in my feelings because, my little woo-woo did me bogus. So they threatened me with a felony, talking about, since the cop had to jump that fence, if he had gotten injured, that would have been assault on a police officer because you got him injured, blah, blah, blah. They trying to scare me, all this. But eventually they let me go. And I asked them, I said, how did y'all find me? Because I seen y'all pull up to work, and they were like, yeah, the dog was peeping you at your job too. We didn't want to pull you out of your work, though. We didn't want to mess up your employment. And I was like, I appreciate y'all for that. So shout out to 12 for that. They could have pulled me out of work, but they didn't. But I'm like, hey, I appreciate y'all for that, for real. But how did y'all find me? And they said, yeah, that little woo you was talking about? Yeah, she didn't run. We caught her. And she gave up your phone number and your address. So the woo that I was with, she gave the police my phone number and my address. And that's how I got caught. Now look, at the time, I was pissed. I ain't gonna lie. When I found out I was pissed, I was like, you a snitch. I can't rock with you. Now looking back, it's whatever. I can't really blame her. She told me that the police threatened to tase her if she didn't give them the information. Do I believe it? I don't know. It do sound like something police would do and threaten and say, but it also sounds like something they wouldn't say, and maybe she just wanted to get back right with me and didn't want me to be mad at her no more. So she just said that so I would forgive her because she folded and snitched. I don't know, but I ain't mad about it no more. It's in the past, and I understand. She's not gonna go down for my activities. I ain't pissed. It's a little bogus, but whatever. But yeah, that's the end of story 1. So it was a little something calm, nothing too bad happened. I ain't get arrested. Ooh. Now on to story number 2. Now this, I actually have, let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Nah, I'm not even gonna look. I believe I was 15. I was 15 years old. This was probably my sophomore year too. This sophomore year was a long year. I don't know what I had going on. It was a long year. But this was the same shit, gang. Sophomore year, I'm 15. I'm cooling it at the homie's crib. I just got into it with my OG. My OG said I was not allowed to go to like the family outing or whatever. I forgot what I did, but I did some, but I was like banned from it. And then it was like my brother and his homies was gonna go do something, and it was like, nah, you can't hang out with them, you can't go do that, you not. So like I missed out on like two little trips, two little things that I was like hyped to do. So I'm in my feelings, you know what I mean, and I'm going through it, you know. I was looking forward to that song. Alright, let me try to have some fun. So I pull up to my one homie's crib. It was like my second home for real. I used to always be over there with my boy. His mama like my second mama for real. God bless her soul. Shout out to my Beanchi dudes. But I'm over there and I got some tabbers again. I think they was for show jails. I got me some jails. This time though, I got like 6 on me. Right? So I'm over there and they watching Mr. Peanut. I think Mr. Peanut Butter, that dog show, Mr. Pickles. That's what it was. And if y'all ever seen Mr. Pickles, it's like a demonic dog show. It's kind of like, if you walk for the tabbers, you're gonna be terrified. It's not an enjoyable experience. It's terrible. So they watching Mr. Pickles anyways, and I'm off at like 2 tabbers. I'm just chilling on the couch. It's my one homie who lived there, and then the other homie who we used to always kick it with. He's there too. The one homie who lived there, he went upstairs to go do some, and I look at my other homie, and I'm like, hey, you want a tab? And he looks at me, and he's like, huh? Cause I don't think he heard me for real. And I'm tripping only a little bit. I'm only tripping a little bit. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, he's gonna judge me, and he's not gonna respect me anymore if he finds out that I'm doing tabs right now. Which made 0 sense, because he did tabs himself. Like, it was something he indulged in and enjoyed. So, like, he would have most definitely been down to do it with me. We probably would have had a dope little night, trip together, you feel me? Little experience. So he goes, huh? And never mind. Just tweak, you know. So I go to the bathroom. So I'm already off of the 2. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna send it, you know what I mean? I'm kind of in my feelings, whatever. So I pop the other 4. Put the 4 on my tongue, let them dissolve. Blast off. You feel me? Blast off. So I'm off like 6 tabs, bro. 6 little tabbers, bro. Absolutely insane work. At 15. And I'm at the homie crib. So they watching Mr. Peanut. And I'm like, just in my head. I'm not saying nothing. I'm terrified. I'm just scared shitless, because it's like demonic shit, and I'm off at 6 tabs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the visuals is really tweaking me out, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to watch this anymore. Can we go hoop? Can we go to the park? And they're like, alright, yeah. So we go down the street to the park to go play some basketball, and we slid with the other homie, and his ma Dukes, because you know we cool with Ma Dukes. She a real one, for real. She cool as hell. Shout out to her. So we over there with my Dukes, my homie, my other homie. We hooping a little bit. And it's like cars driving around the basketball park. And they like getting me paranoid. And I don't know what. Like in my head, every car that went by was trying to kill me or get me. Like they were after me. So I'm telling the homies, yo, they trying to get me. Like, y'all don't see these cars, how they moving? Like, y'all, it ain't safe here. We gotta go. And then they're like, huh? And I'm like, I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to be at the park no more. Let's go. We got to go back to the crib. And they're like, alright. So we head back to the crib. You know, post up on that couch. And the homies is kind of like, yo, low key, kind of tired. It's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. We finna head to the bed, hit the sack, get some rest, you know. So I'm damn, y'all not trying to stay up? Because I'm up. I'm overweight. Damn, y'all not trying to stay up? They're like, nah, we tired. So they leave me. They're like, you could chill down here though on the couch. You could chill down here on the couch though. I'm like, alright, for sure. So they go to their little spots to go sleep. And I'm chilling there, and I'm by myself. And I'm kind of like scared though, you know. So I'm watching, I put a little show on or whatever. And I get into a thought loop. I don't know if y'all ever been in on a tab thought loop before. But it's literally when you keep thinking the same thing over and over and over again. So the same thoughts is going through your head, and it's nothing different, nothing new. So I'm kind of freaking out, because I'm in this thought loop, and I can't break out of it. So damn, bro, I think I broke my brain. I think I made myself, like, I'm special ed now or something. Like, I really just, like, disabled myself. Like, it's over with for me. Like, I broke my brain. I'm in this thought loop, and I'm kind of freaking out. I'm panicking. And then I break out of the thought loop, and I'm like, okay, I need to get myself free because I'm trapped in this fake world or whatever. I need to go get hit by a car to reset my character so I could go get back right. So I'm like, how do I get outside to get hit by a car? Which is like extremely dangerous thoughts, you know what I mean? Like, that could have been bad. That could have been real bad. Like, I could have really went and did that. Because I don't think I was able to figure out how to get outside. I was too damn tabbed out to get outside. But eventually what happens is I go up to his window to look outside because I'm like, I gotta get outside, you know what I'm saying? So I can get hit by this car to reset my character and get back to regular life. And I look out into the window and I see my reflection. And what I see is Stewie Griffin. Like an animated Stewie Griffin. Like, I kid you not, animated Stewie Griffin from Family Guy. And then I look down and I look at my hands and I have those little stumpy little Stewie hands. And I'm Stewie Griffin. Like, I realized, like, I'm Stewie Griffin. What the hell? So I start dying laughing. I'm just busting it up like, yeah, Stewie Griffin in the building. And I'm just running around, just tweaking. And I remember there was a tomato on the windowsill. And I was like, oh, I want that tomato. So I just tore that tomato up. I just, like, tore that thing up. Like, I was in there. Like, I tore that tomato up. It was tomato guts everywhere. My homie, like my homie literally told me, he said, bro, when I woke up, I came into my crib, and there was tomato guts all over the floor. You rearranged the whole crib. There was paintings on the ground, on top of the stairs. You moved around just like random furniture. You moved random items around. There's just random stuff on the floor. Like, you rearranged my whole crib. And then, look, the rest of the story is from my homie's perspective because I don't remember too much. It's going to be like kind of a mix, actually, because I do remember a little bit after this, actually. So he said, I ran up to the stairs and I'm running up and down his hall. I'm running up and down the hall in the crib. Running up and down the hall in the crib. His OG's asleep. He's asleep and the other homie's asleep. I'm running up and down the hall just screaming, weed is what we need. Oh yeah. Just screaming at the top of my lungs, waking everybody up. Tweaking off the tap. I'm off the 6, you know what I'm saying? And then he said I ran up into his room and I started ripping shit off of his shelves. I'm running through everything that he owns and I'm screaming. I'm going, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. And then he said I picked up some fish food off of his shelf. Picked up the fish food and I said, yeah, I found it. And I just slammed it on the ground and it exploded in an explosion of fish food. Just slammed it on the ground. I don't know what was going on in my head, man. So I slammed the fish food on the ground. And then I go back to running up and down the halls. And I'm going, big booty Latinas. Big booty Latinas. Maybe I was watching Hoodville or something. I don't know. But I'm just screaming that at the top of my lungs. And they all wake up, right? And I'm seeing my homie, my other homie, his stepdad, and his OG. And they all looking at me with like the most angry faces ever. Like this is my POV. And I'm seeing them pissed. Like they're just mad. Like evil little faces, for like if you ever had a nightmare with like evil little heads laughing at you, looking at you mad, bro, that's what it was. And it probably was mad because I just woke everyone up screaming about big booty Latinas and weed is what we need, you know what I'm saying? So it probably was pissed. And I guess my homie's looking at me real threatening. I felt threatened and I just grabbed him by the throat. I just like grabbed him by the throat and started trying to like choke him out. And they like got him off of me. And it hit his Ma Dukes, who I love with my whole heart. Shout out to Beanchi Ma Dukes. I think I grabbed her by the throat too. But they told me it was gentle. Like I didn't hurt her or nothing. I was real gentle with it. But I grabbed her by the throat too, unfortunately. And then they didn't know what to do, so they called the police. Which, you know, wish they hadn't did it, but I don't blame them. I'm out here running around screaming at the top of my lungs. They can't control me. I think I threw it back too. I'm not gonna lie. I think I started dancing and throwing it back. You know, I don't know what I had going on. I was in my hot girl summer era, son. And I'm grabbing people by their throats. So they call 12. They call the police. So police arrive and they're trying to conversate with me, and I'm not going. I like hold up into into this room, and they're trying to get me out, and I'm like, no. I'm just on the ground like, no. And eventually they get me up, and I'm at the top of the stairs. There's some stairs that want me to go down to get me outside. And the police is on the stairs, probably like halfway down, you know what I'm saying? And my homie told me I just started breathing super heavy and squaring up, just going like, just balling my fists, like staring into the police officer's soul, just squaring up, balling my fists, getting ready to fight. And the officer was like, hey man, don't do it. It's not worth it. You don't want to do it. Don't do it. Trying to convince me to like back down so that I don't assault him and catch a, assault on a peace officer charge. But I'm just, and then I remember the homie, he started talking to me, and it was like an angel's voice. He was like, bro, just go with them. They're trying to help you, bro. They don't want no problems. Just go with them, man. Just cooperate. And like, it got through my little tab-fried brain, and I heard it like an angel, and I was, okay. So I go down the stairs, and they put me into a straitjacket, which I didn't know they did this. They put me into a straitjacket, so my arms, I can't like move them because they're like strapped to my chest. And then they put me on a stretcher too. So I'm in a straitjacket on a stretcher, and they load me into an ambulance. So I literally just can't move, bro. I'm just confined, like I'm in a coffin. And I remember one of the EMS workers, he had like some type of Romanian or German accent. I don't know what it was. He was like talking to me, and he's like, it's okay, buddy. Everything is okay. Do not worry. You're going to be alright. It probably didn't sound like that, but I just remember it like really soothed me. It really made me feel relaxed. It was a beautiful accent. And I was like, you have a nice accent, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. So they take me into the ER, and they're grilling me. What did you take? They keep asking me, what did you take? Because they know I'm tweaking. They could tell. What did you take? What did you take? And I didn't take nothing. I didn't take nothing. And they're like, come on, we know you took some. I ain't take nothing. They're like, okay, we're going to have to take your blood to figure it out. And we're going to shoot you with that, whatever, they shoot you with some juice to make you sober. It'll like kill your high. So, whatever. So then they come in with this nurse, and he's tatted up. He's buff as hell. He's got like the little low taper fade. He tell me, he come into the ER in my room, he say, take off all your clothes and put on this gown. You gay as hell. Hell no, I ain't doing that. You tweaking. What's to you? What's up, grandma? Hell no. He's like, bro, I'm not even finna do this with you, bro. He just left the gown in there. He's like, please just put it on. I'll be back. So I, very madly, not very happy, put on the gown. So I put on the little hospital gown. The cheeks is out, you know what I'm saying? So he pulled back up. He's, alright, I gotta take your blood now, so we can figure out what you took. Hell no, you ain't taking my blood. I got to. So whatever. So I'm laying down, and I don't know why, but I'm still tripping. I'm like, I want to mess with this dude. So he's trying to take my blood, and I'm just staring into his eyes, staring into his souls, and I keep going, don't mess it up, don't mess it up, don't mess it up, don't mess it up. And I mean, like, I'm all up in his ear tweaking and shit, so he messing it up. See, he trying to get my blood. He probably stabbed me like 5 times. My arm is all purple and bruised and nasty looking because of all the little stabs and I don't know why. It was worse for me than it was for him. So he gets my blood, and then they hit me with that juice that sobers me up. So I sober up, and I'm back to like my regular state. And I see the nurse again, and hey dog, I just want to apologize for my behavior and how I was acting, I know you're just trying to do your job. I'm sorry about that, man. I wasn't trying to be on no like bullshit with you. Like, my bad, man, my bad. And he was cool about it. And I got discharged, and my OG picked me up, and man, she was real disappointed. Real disappointed. That was I'm trying to think if I missed anything, but yeah, that was about it, man. That was about it. It was crazy. I lost my wallet. I think the one homie stole it. I don't know to this day. Maybe the police stole it. I don't know. Never know, man. It was a crazy experience. And then here's the .5 story, the last but not least, but also least story. I'ma say it would kind of like I wasn't tripping when it happened. You feel me? So me, and it happened to actually be the same woo. She had hit me up like 2 years later, and we reconnected. She wanted to get back up with me, and we got back together. And for some reason, we decided to run the tabs back. So we're like, and this is like after this experience, after these two experiences, I swore to myself I would never do tabs again. I was like, I'll never do tabs again, cause like after that 6 tabs experience, it kind of scared me off. I was like, I'm not gonna do this no more. This wasn't enjoyable. It was a terrible experience. I kind of traumatized my family, my friends. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me not do this no more. But she convinced me to run it back, cause she wanted to do it, and I was in love. So I was like, all right. So we go, and we're going to go cop some tabs. And I think I was speeding. I'm speeding in the car, and the sheriff pulled me over. It's like 3 a.m. 3 a.m. I'm out of town. I'm not in my city. He's like, what y'all got going on that y'all doing over here? And I think we told him like, oh, we going to Taco Bell. We trying to get some food. And he's like, y'all don't need to be going that quick to go to Taco Bell. It's not that serious. Like, y'all could have definitely hurt someone. Just be careful out here. I'm going to write you a speeding ticket. Y'all be on your way. And I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't going to jail. Gangster, I'll take my ticket. I'm a little pissed, but whatever. Then I put bad boy. Y'all know, like, bad boys, what you gonna do? I put that song on. I started blasting it. Because my one homie, you could tell me. He was like, hey, man, you ever get pulled over? Just play bad boys. They'll let you go. So I'm like, fuck, let me see what's to it. Let me see if this works. Let me try. So I tried that out. The cop thought it was funny as hell. He even said, he was like, man, I wish I didn't have this ticket rolled up, because I wouldn't even give y'all a ticket. Y'all, I was like, then, you could get rid of it. He was like, nah, I don't work like that. So I still got the ticket. But the cop thought that shit was funny. He was real cool about it. But anyway, so we go. Cop lets us go. And I go grab the tabs. Go back to the crib. Pop the tabs. When I tell you this was one of the worst tab trips I've ever had, like, yes, those other two was pretty terrible, but this one was just like mental torture, and it's all her fault. It's all the little woo-woo's fault, for real. My little bean was tweaking. Let me just say. So we tweaking, and I don't know why, but she started grilling me. She's like, you cheating on me. I feel like you cheating on me. I know you cheating on me. And it's like, this is going on for hours. And I'm telling her, no, I love you. No, you the only one I want. No, I love you. I care about you. No, but she won't let up, man. Like, that's all she could think about is if I'm cheating. She won't let up. I don't know if the tabs was messing with her mind or what was going on, but she was on my heels, man. So eventually, she like break me down, and in my head, I'm like, maybe if I tell her the answer she looking for. Maybe if I tell her yes, I'm cheating, she'll leave me alone. Stupidest thought process ever. I don't know why I thought that was gonna work. Stupidest thought process ever. But that's how I'm thinking. I'm like, she won't stop asking, so maybe I just need to give her a yes. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I did a little cheat. And she just starts bawling. She just breaks down. She starts screaming, tweaking out, arguing with me. Nah, wait. I thought this was gonna calm you down. I never actually cheated. I was just trying to get you to stop pressing me for real. She's like, what? Reasonably. She's, what the fuck is you talking about? So then we just, in this like argument, conversation of despair, confusion, sadness, and anger, bro. And we just losing our minds for real. Going crazy, man. And I'm like, it was terrible, man. And I think she like ran out the crib. And I'm like, come back. And she just ran off, and where you going? I'm worried as hell and shit, so I'm chasing after her. I can't find her. I'm out in the dark looking for shorty. I'm getting flashbacks to 2 years ago when the police chased me out the towers. I'm like, nah, this can't happen again. Please, no. And it was just like, I don't remember too much from that night because I don't want to. It was such a terrible night. It was just arguments and confusion and pain, and it just left us feeling uncertain about the relationship, uncertain about each other, but certain that we never wanted to do tabs again. I can't really think of nothing else. No more stories. No more crazy-ish, you feel me? No more police interactions combined with the tabs. But I enjoyed kind of telling my little story, telling my business. So let me know if y'all like the story time. Drop a comment about what you want to hear about next. Drop a like, share it with your friends and family and your grandma if y'all enjoyed. Yeah, this was Beanchitrt. Hop into the Twitch, you know what I mean? That was Taz and the police.